In October 2024, somewhere in the state of Idaho, a man was outside in his yard when he heard a small cry. A kitten, trapped. A skunk had cornered it. He did what any decent person would do. He stepped in, he picked up the kitten, and the skunk scratched him. He thought nothing of it, just a scratch. He put some antiseptic on it. He went inside. He did not go to the doctor. He did not get a rabies shot, because why would he? It was just a skunk scratch. It happens. 6 weeks later, he collapsed at home. Unresponsive, he was rushed to the hospital. Doctors worked on him but could not save him. He was declared brain dead. His family made the heartbreaking but generous decision to donate his organs to save other lives. His left kidney went to a man in Michigan, transplanted at a hospital in Ohio. It was supposed to save his life. Instead, 51 days later, that man was dead. And nobody could figure out why. Welcome to Medical Detective. I am Dr. Rachel Rayan. Every single day, I bring you a real, documented American medical case, the kind that makes you question everything you thought was safe. Today's case was confirmed by the CDC themselves and published in December 2025. And it is going to change how you think about organ donation, about skunks, and about a disease most Americans think only happens in movies. If cases this terrifying and this real keep you awake at night, subscribe to Dr. Rachel Rayan right now and tap the bell. New case every single day. The next one coming up is going to shock you just as much as this one, I promise. Let's go back to Idaho. October 2024, our donor, we will call him JC, was a seemingly healthy man living a completely normal American life. The kind of guy who sees a kitten in trouble and immediately does something about it. When the skunk scratched JC, it was carrying the rabies virus, specifically the silver-haired bat variant, meaning the skunk itself had been infected by a rabid bat, a chain of infection that started with a bat, moved to a skunk, and was now inside a human being. Here is what makes rabies so terrifyingly unique. After the scratch, JC felt completely fine. Rabies has an incubation period of weeks to months. During this time, the virus travels not through the blood, but slowly along the nerve fibers themselves, crawling toward the brain, silent, invisible, unstoppable. 2 months passed. JC felt fine. Then in December 2024, he started feeling confused, disoriented, weak. 2 days later, he was found unresponsive at home. Doctors assumed cardiac arrest. They resuscitated him, but he never regained consciousness. After 5 days, he was declared brain dead. Nobody, not a single doctor, suspected rabies. JC's family agreed to donate his organs. His left kidney was transplanted into a Michigan man, we will call him DW, at the University of Toledo Medical Center in Ohio in December 2024. DW had been waiting for a kidney for years, and this was supposed to be the best day of his life. For the first few weeks, everything seemed fine. DW was recovering. Then, 5 weeks after the transplant, he started feeling weak, confused. He had trouble controlling his bladder. His family thought it was just recovery complications, normal post-surgery issues. 1 week later, he was back in the hospital. Now his symptoms had escalated into something terrifying. He had a fever, severe tremors. He could not swallow properly. His nervous system was breaking down. And then the symptom that should have told every doctor in that room exactly what they were dealing with, he developed an irrational, overwhelming fear of water, hydrophobia. Hydrophobia, the fear of water, is one of the most iconic and terrifying symptoms of human rabies. The virus inflames the throat so severely that even the sight or sound of water triggers violent muscle spasms. It is the body's own nervous system turning against itself. DW died on January 27, 2025. The hospital notified the CDC immediately because now they had a terrifying question. How does a kidney transplant recipient die of rabies? Where did it come from, and who else was at risk? The CDC traced the kidney back to JC, the Idaho donor. They reviewed every detail of his final weeks, and that is when the skunk scratch came up. His family remembered it. They had even noted it on the organ donation risk assessment form. And this is the critical failure. The donation form did not screen for rabies, because rabies in humans in the United States is considered so rare that nobody thought to test for it. The CDC tested archived tissue samples from JC's donated kidney. The result confirmed the unthinkable. Rabies virus RNA, the silver-haired bat variant, was present in both the donor's kidney tissue and in DW's own samples. The skunk scratch that JC had wiped off with antiseptic had just killed 2 people. Immediately, the CDC launched a massive contact investigation. 3 other people have received tissue from JC's body, cornea recipients. They were tracked down immediately. Their grafts were surgically removed. They were given post-exposure rabies treatment. They survived. Additionally, 370 healthcare workers and community contacts were identified as potentially exposed. 46 of them received emergency rabies treatment. Here is the science that makes this case so uniquely dangerous. Rabies is almost always transmitted through saliva, through an animal bite. This is what everyone knows. What most people do not know is that the rabies virus also lives in nerve tissue, and transplanted organs are packed with nerve tissue, which is why a donated kidney can carry the rabies virus silently from a donor who died of undiagnosed rabies directly into a recipient's body. This is only the 4th time in United States history since 1978 that rabies has been transmitted through organ transplantation. It is extraordinarily rare. But the CDC says this case reveals a critical gap. Organ donor screening forms do not routinely test for rabies because it is so rare, and no one thought it needed to be on the checklist until now. Here's what every American needs to take away from this case right now. Number 1, if you are ever scratched or bitten by any wild animal, especially a skunk, raccoon, bat, or fox, go to the emergency room immediately. Do not wait. Do not treat it at home. Rabies. Post-exposure treatment, if given quickly, is close to 100% effective, but once symptoms appear, it is almost always fatal. Number 2, always tell your doctor about any recent animal contact before any medical procedure. Number 3, if you are on a transplant waiting list and your loved one is considering organ donation, know that this risk, while extraordinarily rare, exists. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now. Would you have gone to the doctor after a skunk scratch, or would you have done exactly what JC did, wiped it off and moved on? There is no wrong answer. Be honest, because your comment might make someone else think twice. I read every single one. And if this absolutely true, CDC confirmed, scientifically documented American medical mystery left you stunned, then subscribe to Dr. Rachel Rayan right now. I post a brand new case like this every single day. Cases that happen right here in the United States, cases that affect real people living real ordinary lives, and cases that, if you know about them, could one day save your life. The next case drops tomorrow. I will see you then.